Sisters, play the video of the vaccines for me.
COVID-19 vaccines. Mr. Speaker, I must say, however, that the current shortage of some childhood vaccines in the country has concerned me greatly. This shortage, if prolonged, will affect negatively Ghana's childhood immunization program, which has been recognized as one of the most successful in the world. The WHO has only recently expressed worry about a steady decline in measles vaccination coverage globally because of the concentration on the fight against COVID-19. In accordance with our desire not to become part of this global trend, government has taken steps to ensure the stocks of these vaccines are procured and supplied as a matter of urgency and emergency. The Ghana Health Service has developed an elaborate program to catch up on children who have missed their vaccine immediately stocks arrive. Mr. Speaker, I want to encourage all parents and caregivers to ensure that eligible children are vaccinated once this program begins. No child should be denied access to vaccination.
The president, just like the health minister, couldn't give us a date. Clearly, acquisition or acquiring vaccines is not a priority like the National Cathedral. If we hadn't stopped the thievery that was happening about the National Cathedral and the wrongful use of monies, we would have still gone ahead to misapply funds. The National Cathedral. The president called it the priority of priorities. Health minister holds a whole press conference, refuses to address parliament, holds a press conference on his own, and didn't give us a date when the children will get their vaccines. You're standing there and telling us that no child should be in danger. You have already put the children in danger. They are waiting in danger. Go to the north. The children, measles cases are rising. So all the successes we chalked, and I've been speaking to the doctors, they tell us we could be having future consequences, complications, and a dire situation. How did we sink so low? That even vaccines, because when you're given these vaccines are timed. You say very, very soon. There's no date, but we have money to celebrate Independence Day. What is wrong with us? We have money enough to celebrate Independence Day. We have money enough to do everything. But the people who we are preparing this for the future, they cannot have vaccines. And somebody said, it is only President Akufo-Addo who can disappoint you in the past, those in the past, which are pensioners and bondholders. He can disappoint those of us now, young people who can't find jobs to do, people who have trained as nurses and teachers and the rest who have not been posted, those who have been posted have not been paid, national service persons who have not been paid, and in the future, children who are now coming. He has disappointed the past, he's disappointed the present, he has disappointed the future. One man. Yesterday, when I listened to the State of the Nation address, I was wondering why the president had to go back and regurgitate all those things. And the president is still shamefully blaming COVID, Russia, and Ukraine. I tell you what, the audit report on COVID expenses had to be ordered because the IMF wanted to see the COVID expenses. The government didn't order the COVID expenses because they so wanted accountability. Yesterday, the president said that we need accountability so you can win people's trust. The people have not trust in you, Mr. President. Go on to the streets. And as I always say, send your proper security people, intelligence people, go on to the streets. Go and ask. You have lost trust in the people's eyes. The people are disappointed in you. Sometimes they ask, is this the same Mr. Akufo-Addo that we voted for? Is this the same man? To tell us that you have constructed more roads than anybody else. To tell us that we are no longer in Dumso. We no longer queue for fuel. And fuel which used to sell over 20 cities is now selling at 30 cities, so we should clap for you. Who took it from 4 cities to 13 cities? Who? You have come to take the same thing you did with the communication service tax. The thing was around 5. You moved it to 9, brought it to 6, and we say we should clap for you. That thing was at 5 and 6, which is much more higher. Who took the fuel from 4 cities or 5 cities and took it to 22 cities, brought it down now to 13, and you say we should clap for you? But you don't buy fuel, Mr. President. You don't buy fuel. The fuel that you use around, you don't buy it, you don't pay for it. So you don't feel the plight of the people. What you did yesterday was an apology of the state of the nation. What you did yesterday is a real apology of the state of the nation. The state of the nation is that there's war in our pockets. You ask people that we should keep peace and protect democracy. I agree with you. But you see, there must be democracy in our pockets as well. There's turbulence in our pockets. There's turbulence. The very people who actually queued to vote for you said there's turbulence in their pockets. You have lost touch, Mr. President, with the people. You are either listening to the wrong people or the wrong people are whispering the wrong things into your ears. Mr. President, we are in a difficult time. We agree.
92.
And may you never come back to say where we find ourselves. Who took us there? Fuel was selling at 4. You took it to 22. You brought it down to 13. You say we should clap for you. You are still talking about free fuel and free electricity when we are paying for it. Hey, Mr. President, are you really in touch with the people? Good morning.
You, Papa, you know Papa.
Figuratively, he bites as hard as he can.
Okay.
And of course, when he puts his fangs into you,